he specifically said to me, he's like, dude, Garrett, if you like weird stuff, because I know you're into that weird stuff, like in regards to like creative outlets, kind of like being like pushing the envelope kind of in a way. It's like, I think you're really gonna like this dude. And so he raids him, and it's literally a dude. It's a VTube guy. I think it's be considered VTube. You know, like it's not him,
Yeah.
but he's got an avatar that's a cartoon, and it looks like Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, holy shit, this is a live cartoon.
Yeah.
Like story development, story arc, but he's also playing video games and chatting with chat and shooting the shit, you know? And I'm like,
what you think about when you're born into a fire? Let 'em burn.
okay, hello.
Hello.
Let me see if this works out. I'm gonna, because I'm using Discord right now. Oh, I think I know what I have to do. I need to switch it to Snapcam. All right, does that? Yes, there we go.
Yo,
hello.
I can see you.
There I am, dude.
Yes.
There I am.
How is it going, Garrett with 2 T's?
Dude, it's going good, man.
Thank you so much for dropping in.
Dude, no, of course. I think this will be really fun, man. I've never been interviewed necessarily on here. So
nice.
I'm excited for it.
Nah, you've been doing great stuff with your stream lately. I've been watching your growth like super quick on the platform. I remember when you first talked to me about it, you were like, hey, you know, I just jumped on this on Twitch if you want to follow me, and like now you're massive. Like honestly massive.
I wouldn't say I'm massive.
Well,
but
yeah.
I'm definitely I think I'm when someone asks me about Twitch, I think I've established a very awesome community, which is like all I really want to do on there.
Nah, and you've accomplished that. One of the things I really appreciate about your community is the positivity. Like I drop into some people's streams, like some friends of mine, and everyone's just roasting each other and kind of making fun. Yeah. And then I drop into yours and you're like, what up, King? I'm like, oh, that feels nice, dude.
Yeah, that's the big thing, because it's just like, dude, life's already got enough bullshit in it as itself. So like, why would I want to like promote that when I could use this as an opportunity to do something positive?
Right.
Because honestly, like that's like the one thing that I've found in the pandemic is we're completely isolated. We have no one to like hang out with. So what do? We got to resort to the internet, for better or worse. So like with that being said, I've found that just an opportunity and a platform that I can accomplish hanging out with friends. I can accomplish creating a space for people who feel safe and comfortable in. And I mean, that's kind of what it's all about. Plus, it gives me an excuse to play video games and do some creative endeavors, like
no, for sure.
Like try voice acting. Obviously today I was like doing music, so like I can do that, which is actually really fun.
That's one of the things I've really enjoyed about your stream is the music side of it. Being it's willing to not just play what you know, but you know, actually practice on stream and show people the growth and how that process works is really cool to see from another creator. Because like for me, when I play guitar, I go online and I'm like, well, everyone uploads their best take and I'm seeing everyone's absolute best of everything, and I'm like, well, I'm never going to be that good. And then when I see people actually put in the work and learn how to do it, I'm like, well, that's what I have to do. I just have to do that part of it that's not always shown. So I appreciate that about your content.
That was actually, I took inspiration. Actually, it's inspiration / me like tipping my hat to another guitarist. He used to do Twitch, but now I think he's prevalent on YouTube. He plays in a death metal band called Archspire. Oh, nice. His name's Dean Lamb. Amazing human being, amazing guitarist. But the thing he did on that he started out with his YouTube is called like Dean Learns and then insert band genre, something like that.
Nice. Yeah.
And it'll show him learning one song, and you look at the video, and the video is like 8 hours long.
Oh jeez, yeah.
Like, oh. So it really put into perspective like how long it really takes to learn stuff, and like it kind of demystifies the whole like, oh my God, this guy is a god. This guy can do anything.
Right.
It's like, no, dude. Every 30-second perfect video you see on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, behind that 30-second video is, no joke, hundreds of takes. I remember I posted one video one time and I went back and deleted all like the bad takes, and it was like 115. And I was like, good God. Good fucking God. Yeah. And like that like put a lot into perspective. And I think streaming, me doing that, also puts it into perspective for other people, because they see like, oh, you don't just jump into it and know it. You got to put in a lot of time, a lot of effort, slowing it down, adjusting, analyzing what you're doing with your hands, because that's a big thing too, is knowing the right positions for your hands and how to go about it, because that was something I didn't realize until I started trying to give lessons to people and realizing like, yeah, it's okay, it's not that big a deal. And then I like came up with this practice that I couldn't just say like, oh, hand positioning doesn't matter, because then I started seeing it physically, like me being like a detriment to myself.
Yeah, it's like good form.
Then I had to go back. Yeah, good form, good posture, technique, like all that matters so much when playing like stuff like what I was like learning on the stream just now, which was a Veil of Maya song.
It is interesting though, the contrast of, yeah, that sounded great, by the way. It sounded so cool.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. It is a big contrast though, moving to Twitch from such a structured and produced format. Like when you're used to creating content, like even with me with my videos, like I don't do anywhere near as many takes as, 100 plus to get something, sounding good, but it never honestly sounds perfect either. And I feel like that's a problem with creators, where there's always going to be ways to improve. You're never going to feel like it's perfect. And then Twitch kind of even removes your ability to edit. And to begin with, you're just there.
Yeah.
So if you make a mistake,
everything's live
and everyone sees you. So it is a huge contrast to creating that way. But I think it's nice to see that side of the creation of production.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's also cool too, because the way I see Twitch is it's a platform that you can literally do anything on. It can be used for comedy. It can be used for drama. It can be used for, education, whether it's on music. I'm sure there's people, I don't know anyone, but I'm sure there's people who talk about history on there, and do stuff like that. Just any general discussion.
Yeah,
and
even like...
Sorry, go on.
Oh, no, sorry. I was like, even like podcasts, like you say history, like I've seen Drunk History, and then there's podcasts where they talk about like serial killers, or like literally anything that interests anyone is fair game.
Yeah. I think the light bulb went off in my head in regards to this was when I was watching. So there's this one streamer, his name's BlaqMario. He does awesome, hilarious content, and he's very big on like Nintendo and retro games.
I just followed him, by the way, from one of your raids.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
He's
okay,
great.
Awesome. Yeah, he's fantastic, dude. His growth has been awesome, and like seeing where he like started, because like I have like one of his business cards.
Oh, nice.
So like
a physical really business card. That's a relic.
Yeah, dude, like, I have it right here. Actually, hold on. Right here, dude. Like you can.
Yo, that's so sick too. And he's got the whole setup too. He's got the suspenders. Everything's cool.
It's amazing. And he was like one of the first people who I started following on Twitch, because it's just like, and a person I know in real life. I was like, yeah, those are the people who you want to go to on Twitch, find IRL people that
Yeah.
Nice comfortable space. And so followed him, saw how cool it was. And then one night he raided this dude named I Am Castlehead. And he specifically said to me, he's like, dude, Garrett, if you like weird stuff, because I know you're into that weird stuff, like in regards to like creative outlets, kind of like being like pushing the envelope kind of in a way. It's like, I think you're really going to like this dude. And so he raids him, and it's literally a dude. It's a VTube guy. I think it's be considered VTube. Like it's not him.
Yeah.
But he's got an avatar that's a cartoon, and it looks like Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, holy shit, this is a live cartoon.
Yeah.
Like story development, story arc, but he's also playing video games and chatting with chat and shooting the shit, And I'm like, whoa, dude.
Absolutely. It's such insane. A cool new format. Like initially, the reason that all this got kind of started with my studio, if I can actually load it, there we go. The reason this whole thing got started with the studio is I was watching Dr. Disrespect, and he has kind of like a 3D studio behind him, and I thought that's cool.
Yeah.
But it's literally just a flat image behind him. And then more recently, I found like channels like Code Miko, where it's actually a streamer who is in full 3D, a full 3D environment, and a full 3D mocap suit. And I was like, wait a second, I do mocap for my games. If I can get this stuff eventually, I can do something like that with audience interactions and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So, I mean, it went from me being like, well, my house isn't super nice and I don't have everything all set up. I don't have these cool like things to show off behind me, but I could make stuff in 3D that can fool people into it, you know, and make it look nice. And so that's kind of like the goal, is seeing that, you know, it doesn't have to be just my house or anything. It doesn't have to be just me. It can actually be something a lot more creative and fun. Because I feel like I was doing a lot of game design, but wasn't putting it into my streaming. I was like, oh, let's play games together, but that's not my job. So now that I can actually integrate this, it seems like a lot cooler. I'm excited like, to be a part of it.
Looking at yours, I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? Because it's like, it adds a whole new dynamic, seeing like a visual thing like this. And what's also sick about doing stuff like this is it actually makes it, like your VODs end up becoming a, like a portfolio for you. Like me doing voice acting on Twitch is essentially like building a portfolio for myself to maybe one day get a job doing voice acting. Do I think that'll happen? No. Could it happen? Who knows? The best thing is the fact that I'm doing it and I'm putting myself out there. And so like I've seen people doing like the voice acting on Twitch, specifically with JRPGs, which like it's great for me because anyone who knows me knows I love JRPGs. I'm all about that shit.
I was stoked to see you play this.
Yeah, like I'm just like, dude, this is so tight. Like, let's fucking go. Like, and knowing that Twitch has such an awesome community specifically for that genre, like never have I met such an awesome community than the community that I've met for Final Fantasy in regards to Twitch. So for me, I'm just like, dude, this is awesome. This is really sick for me.